Hi everyone, I have another Halloween tutorial for you guys. I had already done like a cheetah print type of tutorial, but when I filmed it and I uploaded to my computer, I realized that it was out of focus. There was no way of me actually putting it out there for you guys because everything was just out of place. But it was a different type of a cheetah look, similar to this, but it was different. And I have pictures on my makeup page, so if you want to go ahead and check that one out, then go ahead, the link will be provided down below. But I wanted to do a different one. This one I had already thought about it since last year. I actually drew like a little face chart. Not necessarily, I did the whole actual drawing myself, and I've had it sitting there for some time now, and I decided to actually get it done this Halloween. For anyone who actually is dressing up like a cheetah or anything like that, any animal print, this might give you an idea of what you might do on your own, and it's not that hard and it looks awesome. So this is exactly what I did, and if you want to learn how to get this look, then just keep watching.
Isn't this funny that this would happen to me again? It's out of focus for the second time, but the good thing about it is that the first portion is actually the one that's out of focus. The one with the detailed is not, so that's the good thing about it. So I decided to do it anyway. So the very first thing that we're going to do, of course, is prime our eyelids. We're going to start by creating a crease, but the first thing that we want to do is apply a lighter color on the eyelid, and we're just going to pat it on. And this is a very light cream color, not necessarily a white, just a beige, 2 shades lighter than your own natural skin color. And so you're just going to pat it on your eyelid. And then the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to apply a blending color, which would be like a light brown, with a blending brush right on my crease. And this is going to help us when it comes to actually applying the darker color. It's already going to be easier for us to blend. So this is basically the transitional color. Okay, so moving now to the next color as soon as I find which one it is from the palette that I'm using. So I'm using a combination of a chocolate brown and a dark deep brown, and those two I'm using just a round crease brush, and I'm going to be applying it right on the outer V, just focusing that dark color on that area. The next step that you want to do is just blend those two colors together with all the other ones that you applied. So basically your eyelid color and the transitional color with the one that you used on your outer V. So I'm just going to keep blending it out until I'm satisfied with the actual look. The next thing I'm going to use is a dark black, just matte color. And of course black is dark, so I'm just gonna focus it right on the outer V, not try to cover that brown area, just focus it right in the corner, and then using your fluffy brush you want to blend it out. Using a black kohl pencil, I'm using one from Makeup Forever. You're just gonna line your waterline. The next step is taking a gel liner or any type of liner. You can use a liquid liner for this as well. And I'm just going to take an angled brush and line my lash line. And basically the easiest way to do it is start at one end and just do small strokes till you get to the other end, which would actually be on the outer V area. The next thing I'm doing is grabbing a fluffy brush and a gold pigment, and I'm just going to apply it right in the area of the temple. and just blend it out. I just want to give a little bit more of a shimmer type of look to the print that I'm going to be applying. Now the next thing I'm using is a gel liner, and I'm going to be using like an pointed brush to help me just trace out the prints that I want. And I'm just freehanding it. As you can see, I'm just tracing out or outlining what will be filled in later. My tip to you is that you should look up something similar to like a cheetah print online and use it as a guide to help you create the print if you need something like a visual guide. So I'm going to continue doing this until I'm satisfied with the amount of print that I have, and I'm just going to keep adding more to it if I feel it's necessary. And I want it to match the opposite side, so I'm just going to be checking back and forth between both sides and making sure that they both are kind of similar to each other. Not necessarily the print, but just the way it's going down my face and up to the temple and the forehead. Once you get to the edges, you're not gonna necessarily fill out the whole print or like a whole just one side. What you want to do is, once you get to the edges, you want to make sure that it's kind of fading away so that it seems like it's actually disappears into your skin. So once you have done the whole outlining of all the print, you want to go ahead and go with the gel liner and actually fill it in. I think that using a gel liner is a lot better because it's a lot darker than actually using like any other method or like eyeshadow. This is the darkest form, and it's gonna stay on longer if you use like a gel liner rather than using eyeshadow, or of course liquid liner will probably run on you, so gel liner will probably be your best bet. So when you get to the ones at the very edge, you just want to kind of fade them out. You want to just tend to blend them out a little bit more so that they kind of look like they're disappearing into your skin, and you just want that kind of smoky effect. So just go a little bit more light-handed when you're doing the ones on the bottom or the ones on the very top. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of gold pigment right in between the print. Another thing that you can actually do is apply glitter in between, or actually right in the middle of the print. You can apply a little bit of glitter randomly so that it kind of shimmers during the night. The next thing that I'm going to do is apply false lashes, and if you want them more dramatic, you can also do that. And once I have done that and it dries, I'm going to go ahead and finish off my face by applying some contour. Right now I'm just putting a little bit of powder over my skin, but you want to go ahead and contour your face, and if you can make yourself look a little bit more in a bronzed contoured sort of way, it's going to make and complement the look a lot better. Okay, applying some blush on the apples of the cheek, and followed by some lipstick from MAC, and this one is called Faux. It's a pretty light pale pink. And that is all to this look. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.